so not ready for this. So, welcome to the GOZA Podcast, where we talk about everything rock and roll. A few weeks ago, we all listened to the new song Now and Then by the Beatles, and it was very emotional. We actually haven't revisited that song since. It's like, you know, when you go through something that's just so deep, you almost got to shut that door.
Yeah.
And just be like, okay, on with my life. And so
revisit it.
Yeah, we shut that door. We didn't watch the music video that came out, like a couple of days after that?
Like the day after or something.
And now we're here.
By popular demand. So many of you guys loved our reaction video, and so many of you guys requested we do a reaction to the music video.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like she said, I mean, I listened to the song 10 times that day, haven't listened to it since, purposely avoided seeing the music video so that we could do this together.
Yeah, he sprung this up on me. We were doing videos for something else, and he popped it on the screen, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ready to open that door again. But here we are. We're going to do it.
All right, shall we?
Yes.
Let's see what we got.
One, two, three.
Wow. What a magical music video.
Yeah. Magical mystery tour still goes on to this day.
I love it. I love how they mixed the old footage with the new footage, and it just gave it like this like super magical feeling. And they added all the scenes of the stadiums and the people. It just like really, really captured like the magic of their music.
Yeah. And what every single one of them brings to the table. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the way that they, showcase John Lennon, in that younger kind of, 8 days a week type of era, and how this made him goofy and playful, and
right.
That's how they remembered him. It's almost like, and then you just see like modern McCartney, senior McCartney, like in the studio, and then they got like John Lennon bouncing around, like almost like that's in his mind, you know what I mean? Like he's remembering his friend, like how he would be, Right.
It had a very happy feeling to it. Like just listening to the song, like, oh my gosh, it's so sad.
Right.
But being able to listen to it while watching that, and
right, it's like John was
so
there, like
happy.
Like, don't be sad, like, you know what I mean? Like, make those happy tears, like, like.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think my favorite part was having the, younger John Lennon with his charisma in there. They really trying to showcase his charisma, and I think they nailed it.
Yeah, I love seeing that scene where it was like, Ringo now, Paul McCartney now, and then George Harrison and John Lennon next to them. They're all playing their instruments or singing or dancing, whatever they were doing. But it was just so beautiful. I mean, Ringo and McCartney are literally living legends.
Right.
They're still, it blows my mind that they're still with us.
Right.
And here they are.
Putting out new music.
Seriously.
And the sad is like, okay, when the opening shot and then they had the sunset and then the glasses,
beautiful
that
shot.
Was like, oh, okay, this is going to be really hard to watch. But then it got, okay, that first part was just so heavy. Like they did such a good job with, you see the glasses and the sunset through the glasses, and gosh, it's just so, that's how impactful they are. Mm-hmm. That's how impactful they are. And can you believe people are hating on this song?
It kind of blows my mind that there are people out there with the audacity to say that this song is trash.
Right.
Because it's like, do you really think that you know better than Paul McCartney or Ringo? Like whoever you are sitting in your house, you really think that you have
better judgment.
Oh, I think the drums, or oh, I think the vocals, blah, blah, blah. You're talking about, like I said, a living legend, a genius, Paul McCartney, who brought all this together, I can't.
Right.
I'm just like, seriously, people. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's one thing. But I don't think anyone's qualified to say, whether the vocals should be a certain way or the guitar.
Or the drums mixed differently.
I'm just like, just leave it, you guys.
Right.
Just say you don't like it.
Right. And then there was, people who were saying that just because it makes people emotional isn't, just because it makes people emotional isn't an indicator of a good song. So it's like, just because it affected all these people around the world and made all these people emotional and cry, and it doesn't make it a good song. That's what they were saying. And I full-heartedly disagree that, no, that's what music is about. That's what makes great songs, is that they move you. It doesn't matter how many chords, what chords, how fast you're playing. Does it move you?
Right. Whether the song moved you or not, that's the only thing
that we can base quality of music on.
Is the song good?
Right. That's why music is art and it's subjective. It's not like sports. You train your butt off, you go to the Olympics, and if you can outrun that other guy, then you win.
Right.
But there's no markers of that in music.
Right. There's nothing to measure a good song with.
No, other than how it personally made you feel.
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's if they have a freaking C sharp minor 7 flat 5 chord. The average listener is not going to know or care. You know, it what does that make you feel inside? Mm-hmm. And you know, it's like, okay, you know, like the Rolling Stones are still coming out with music, right? Awesome, good for them. Like no one bats an eye. We're talking about a band that broke up, you know, at the beginning of the 70s, whose 2 of their members are no longer alive. And they came out with a new song.
Right.
How can you hate on that?
Right. And I was seeing some comments, well, it's not a Beatles song because 2 of the members aren't alive or whatever. It's not a Beatles song. It's a McCartney, Ringo song, or whatever it is.
Yeah, you can say that about the whole White Album. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing about the White Album, right? They're all kind of doing their own thing. Like,
and that just shows the magic of music, and particularly their music. Something, whatever they touched into that certain spirit, just is so magical that they're still able to put out music today with 2 members not physically present with us, and to move so many people, and to start conversation on whether you like it or not.
Right.
What all great music does.
Exactly.
Starts a
conversation, divides an audience. All great art divides an audience, guys. Okay, mediocre art is no one cares.
Right.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's elevator
cool.
music.
Yeah,
you're not going to hate it.
Music.
You're not going to love it.
Mm-hmm. But music that's polarizing, it means that it's moving people. If it upsets someone so much to make a video on why this sucks,
right?
They got you, kid.
And
you know?
and it pulled that emotion, and maybe that was the only emotion that they could feel. Was criticism, it was, you know, disapproval, which has nothing to do with the music. Maybe that's just the emotion that you're dealing with, and that's the only thing that anything can pull out of you.
Yeah, because I mean that's the purpose of music, is to make us feel alive.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, for those of you guys who are new here, you know, we are GOZA, and the line across our face. If you want to know what that's all about, go check out our own music on our channel. It's all up there. And we're dedicated to the preservation of rock and roll and ensuring its future. And that's what we're all about. And if you're about that too, subscribe. And thank you guys. Thank you, the Beatles. Thank you guys for putting this out.
This whole music video is so beautiful because it really just, it showed everyone in there. The fans were in there too.
Right.
I mean, they've spread so much joy and they've created so many memories, and that's why it touched so many people. It's not just about the Beatles. It's not just their story. They became so big that it became everyone else's story as well.
Exactly. So thank you, Paul and Ringo, and
thank you to the Beatles fans. My goodness, like, we spent so much time reading the comments on our previous video, and they were so touching. I love these stories that you guys have.
Yeah, keep sharing them.
Please.
That's what it's about.